Good morning. 50 people in the waiting room. Excellent.
Morning.
Is that Stephen Miller? Hi, Rich. Hey, Mark. They only say hi to the people that show up on camera, you know. There's Zoe and Chris. Hello, good morning.
It's like romper room.
It is. This is good. Oh man, there's Jake
Some of us have camera issues and have to settle for just our pictures. So don't beat us up too much. All
No,
right,
I
Jamie?
won't. I won't. I won't. I won't. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Hey there.
All right, we'll just wait we'll wait a minute for everyone to kind of log in. Go ahead and put something positive in the chat. Good morning and all of those things. Let's see. Oh, we've got an AI note taker. Vanessa, can you kill off the AI note taker? Thanks. I know. You can set it up in your calendar just to log in for you at meetings and take all notes. The jokes I tell are so copyrighted. I don't want the note taker to have them. I don't want it to show up in my chat GPT. I got this mug for Star Wars Day. Fourth, may the fourth be with you. Yeah, go figure. All right, we've got lots of people here, so it's 9:01. Why don't we go ahead and get started with our last VMMU of the academic year. Good morning, everybody. If you don't know who I am, I'm Tony Colson. I'm the lead for the CAE community, and I'm a professor at California State University, San Bernardino. Hey, I wanted to go over the symposium and talk a little bit about a few things. We had two major events that closed in April. One is the symposium, CAE Community Symposium, that was in Charleston, and I see a lot of familiar faces, familiar names on here, so thank you for those of you that attended. And then also was the NCAE Cyber Games finals. So today we're going to hear from Jake Mahivik, who's going to cover those. But I thought I would talk a little bit about how the symposium went. And then I thought about reading all the survey comments, a couple hundred survey comments, so that you guys can see the types of things that Stephen Miller writes me. But before that, of course, we do have to tell a joke or a story of some sort. And so I was just actually reading the news. There was a tornado. They're talking about the tornado season coming up, and that they were talking about this tornado. And the story was quite scary, but there was a twist at the end.
That's a joke.
All right, Amy, bail me out. You had one. Go ahead. You have to turn on your mic.
Yeah. I know. Okay. All right. So after playing guitar for years, I thought I could learn to play the piano, but it's not an easy instrument to pick up.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Okay. There you go. If those of you that are new, if you're wondering why anybody joins these meetings, this probably didn't help. Okay. So with that, first of all, I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Let's talk about the CAE Community Symposium. It was the largest symposium we have ever had in Charleston. In Charleston this year was a great hotel facility. We had 600 people show up. We were sold out. We had people that we had a waiting list. We are hoping that the next symposium that we will increase the number of people and allow up to 1,000 people to show. But overall, the program was great. The feedback was great. And I wanted to take you to the website just really quick. This kind of a timeline of everything that was there, everything from the booklet to the tracks to the agenda. But as we head down, we have all of the slides are posted now. So if you want to see slides for some of the key presentations, they are all right here. And so you can go in through the CAE community website, and I'm sure Vanessa can drop the link in the chat. You can look, see all of those, and also photos from the day. So if you want, there's some really good ones, and then there's some of me. And then as well as the CD track proceedings. Those of you that had presentations that maybe you want to take a look at how you showed up in the proceedings book. And again, thanks to the CD track folks and Yair and Toby for putting this together. They did a fantastic job. This is the first time we've had the refereed proceedings published. So be sure to check out all of the resources and all of the happenings. Now, we do read all of the comments that come in on the surveys. And the comments were overwhelmingly supportive. There was a lot of comments about something called the Dad Joke 3000. But overall, it was very supportive. Now, there were a few negative comments, and I wanted to address those because there were some people that had some serious concerns. One of which was the number of Twinkies that were handed out. There were people that were said that there were Twinkies left on tables, and it seemed very wasteful. Somebody actually wrote this as a comment that the Twinkies being left on tables were it was very wasteful. Actually, not wasteful at all. I want to address that right up front. The Twinkies that were remaining were reboxed and have been put into storage, and they will be given out again at the next symposium. And they'll be as fresh as they were the first time around, which I think half of them were from the previous symposium before that. So no worries there. But in all seriousness, the symposium was the biggest. We had to spread across 3 hotels. And so next year, the intention is Pittsburgh. We're just waiting on a few things to see if we can execute that contract, and we're going to try and make it bigger. And we will likely change the way registration is done. We are working with DoD CIO and the program office on what we think what the symposium should entail programmatically and make sure that we can get the right audience there. For those of you that are wondering about the other conference that we've had in the past, that's usually in October or November, that conference will not be happening this year. It's being combined into symposium for 2026. So that will be, I believe it'll be end of April in 2026 is our target date. It's right after the NFL draft. We didn't want to get everybody mixed up with the NFL draft. We're worried that a few of our CAE people might be being drafted. But that has to do more with the Pittsburgh facility than anything else. So again, we have the proceedings now. We have all of the slides. We have photos from the event. Please feel free to browse, look through, and reminisce a little bit. We will be giving more updates at our next virtual monthly meetup, which is, Vanessa, when is our next VMMU going to be?
It will be September 9th, same time, same place.
Well, you probably are not
virtually.
old enough to remember this when we would say same bat time, same bat channel, but that's a generational thing for those of us that watched Batman. And if you do remember that, then hopefully you had a good retirement party. Okay, so with that, so thank you very much. Now, while a lot of attention was paid to the CAE Community Symposium, and it was great to see all of your faces, another event that went by was the NCAE finals. And so I wanted to invite Jake Mahivik to talk for a little bit and tell us about how the finals went. I believe my team competed as well there, Jake, yeah?
That is the case. And thanks, Tony. And thank you I just want to let you and your team, Vanessa, Amy, Alex, know how appreciated you are. It is a monster thing to pull off that symposium, and
Thank
you
you.
did it flawlessly. We all appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I had a suggestion that perhaps in the future we can put out a poll for the dad jokes, and the person closest to 0 would win on a scale of 1 to 10, I think, in this context. But thanks for those icebreakers. And I will share my screen. Apologies for the presenter mode. I found that this is what does not break my ability to present. But yes, myself and a few others flew directly from the symposium down to Tampa, Florida for the invitational event for the NCAE Cyber Games. And it was spectacular. The brief recap of our season, for those of you that didn't see me at the symposium, we had about 100 CAE institutions participate. Thank you all very much for your participation. 1,124 students participated across 140 different teams. And our videos on the event got about 28,000 views this year. So lots of engagement with and without the competition. And we're still meeting our mission. For this year, 80% of the students that participated, this was their very first cyber competition. Of those that participated, 80% are interested in a more advanced competition, and our overall event rating stays in the 90s. So we're meeting those numbers. And fun numbers for this year, our scoring engine checks to see if services are up throughout the competitions, and we did over 3.2 million service checks this year. 211,000 service checks happen in each event. 4,000 password changes to try to keep our red team out of boxes, and that was great. And then this year we had 22 dance videos. When students lock themselves out of their own machines, they can ask the red team to get back in with a dance video. So we had 22 of those this year. So after the regular season, we moved on to our finals event. We call it the Invitational, and it is in the University of South Florida as our host in Tampa, Florida. And congratulations to these teams that made it. Of all of the teams that participated, these 12 teams earned their invitation to the Invitational and flew down to Tampa. And it was a great group. It was exactly what we hoped for. Students that were learning, very, very professional, very kind, and really just spirit of fun throughout the event. So thank you and congratulations to each of the teams on the screen that made it. Travel funds are tight, and everyone worked with us, and we pulled it off. This is a photo of the welcome event, and you see everyone kind of coming in. Everyone came in on the same day on Friday for the most part, including our team from University of Hawaii West Oahu, who flew 4,600 miles each way, and really appreciate you, faculty member from University of West Oahu, that flew with your students both ways. This was our welcome event on Friday night. And before I go any further, just wanted to share this. This is our team. This is my team. This is us. We're organized into black team that run the infrastructure, red team that do the attacking, orange team that are CTF, green team, which is us that have no defined roles. And then here in purple they call themselves the scorers. They run the scoring engine, which is a thing all in its own. But as you can see, and one of the pluses of our project is that most of the people on the screen are in their 20s, early 30s. They're part of hacker culture. And so this year we did what we called the Villages event, where on that first night, students that are interested in DevOps, they're in attacking, in all of the different areas. We just had a village where the members of our team that are currently working in those areas chatted with the students about what it's like to work in those areas. And it was really well received and went really well. And that was kickoff night. And it was really fun to do that as a new thing. Most of you have seen pictures of students hacking in a giant room, so I didn't put too many of those out here. It was a spectacular space. It was the brand new medical center in downtown Tampa that we were the very first people to eat in that room. So a lot of pressure on us, but we didn't get anything on the carpet. And it was a great event. In addition to, so the Dan Manson influence has hit us as it has so many of you. And in order to run this event and commentate on it and run a live stream, we built out some additional visualizations that you see here on the screen. And these run throughout the event in our live stream so that we can do commentating. This can be treated as a sport, and our live stream can be really, we hope, fun to follow for everyone who's a spectator. This is what our live stream looks like when it is underway on site. A lot of production going on there, and you see James Rice here is our main speaker. And you see there that there are some stickers being put on there. Nick Dorner is a member of the Red Team Village every year, as well as our Red Team. And what you see here is a Red Team raid that happened. Everyone got invited to go sticker him while he was on camera, and he took it like a champ. So he is covered in stickers, and that was one of the highlights of the live stream this year. Kept talking right throughout it like he didn't have stickers over his eyes. And as we got towards the end, this was the final scoreboard. A lot of really tight finishes. The first time anyone had ever broken the 9,000 point mark in our 4 years of running this event. And so congratulations and outstanding work from the University of Central Florida, the Eastern Washington University, and NJIT, who broke the 9,000 mark. And this is our group from University of Central Florida. And I wanted to say cheers to them and to their advisor. They really are an example of how to build a cyber competition program. None of these students had competed before, and they practiced and practiced and practiced, and they won not only the regional, but the invitational. So congratulations to them and to their program. And overall, it was the event that we wanted it to be. And there was a lot of CAE community in the CAE Invitational. It's not just we faculty that are a giant community, it's the students as well. And so it had a great feel, and we really appreciate the support from everybody as we ran the event. And before I exit the stage, just a few quick reminders that number one, the CAE Cyber Competition Atlas is available for all of you as a resource. And I will post the link in just a minute to that. If any of you are thinking about what competitions you and your students should engage in for next year. And also, I wanted to make sure you all know that we have a really nice lineup coming for the CAE Meet Your Competitions event next year. Myself and Dan Manson and David Zychuk are co-chairing, and we have more presenters than we have dates. So it may very well be a bigger and better Meet Your Competitions initiative again next year. Here is the link to our socials, or the QR code, and I am posting the links to those two resources for everyone right now. And thank you to everyone for supporting our initiative, and thank you, Tony, for the time.
So Jake, what was your takeaway moment from the Cyber Games this year?
The live stream was lots of fun, and it gave the students, every team got their moments on camera. And as you can imagine, a wide range of how prepared students are to speak on camera. And so the live stream link is there. And if any of you have time to skim or watch some of the live stream, to see the students talk about the experience and what it has meant to them, and it's not a unitary message. So it's really fun to see all the student feedback, and the live stream is a great place to get a feel for the vibe.
That's incredible, and thank you for bringing life to the community. There's so many efforts, right? The CD has so many activities that are going on. The CO, all the communities of practice. There's a lot of life going on, but where your project really transcends, I think, very well is, and you can tell by the number of speakers you have, is really that competition piece, the ongoing. It's not just a one event, but it's kind of the ongoing activities that are very student centered. The whole community in general, all the schools, they all contribute and so on. But these efforts, I think, give something to do, right, for everybody. So great job on that. You've been in this, how many years, Jake, have you been developing this competition?
We started locally in 2013, and I became part of the leadership team of CAE in 2016. and I've been serving under your command, Tony, for the last 4 years.
Under my command. Give me a break. That's excellent. Well, it's really done a great job. And those of you that haven't looked at the cyber competition atlas, you really should. It's not just the competition that is there, but it's also the preparatory activities and things that students can just do to be involved. And I think that's really impressive. And I've been to one of the finals before. I'm sorry I didn't get to go this year. And it's really great to watch. It's really great to watch. It's such a very friendly environment, and I think that's part of it, Jake, is you're not only developing a great competition, but you're creating a community amongst the students as well.
We are, and one of the neat parts about it is that as an entry-level competition, there are some repeat performers, and they've cracked the code of how to prepare their students. But it's almost always a new group of schools that make it to the invitational. And they go into their regional event, and when they win the regional, they're not expecting to get an invite to go to Tampa. And so it's a lot of fun when they find out that they have won their regional and now they're flying to Tampa for the event. There is a lot of student enthusiasm, and that's what keeps us all engaged.
That's fantastic. Well, thanks for coming on and sharing today, Jake. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
One of the things that Jake brought up was travel funds, because he had to have travel funds for his competition, and that was one of the issues that folks have brought up to us about travel reimbursements and travel funds availability for the last symposium. So we have a process where when you register, you can ask for travel funds. And then we have the post process, which is the actual ask for travel funds. If you did both, we try to accommodate and we try to tell people up front because there's a limitation in the amount of funds that we have. At this point, we have something over 50 or so people that didn't ask for travel funds at the beginning, asking for travel funds now. The funds have been exhausted. They're all accounted for. So what we're doing is we are putting everybody after the fact on a waiting list, and we're going to see how it all shakes down after all the expenses for the symposium come in to see if there's any money that we have left to try and accommodate people as best we can. But this has become such a big event. We actually exhausted our amount in travel funds, which is not news everybody wants to hear. But again, we're going to do everything we can to try and accommodate people. I wanted to hit that note for everyone. And Jake had the same issue this year with the competition. Is the competition, you have student teams, and we're trying to get everybody there. And we want to make sure that everybody that wants to participate can participate. So we're doing everything we can to move forward. Another thing that somebody has written me behind the scenes is they wanted a federal government update. And I'm here to tell you, we don't work for the federal government. We are the community. We're independent. This is the academic community. So while there's a lot of, as I said at the symposium, there's a lot of dynamics of things that are going on as the federal government kind of retunes its strategy, we as a community will continue, and we'll continue to meet, we'll continue to have activities, we'll continue in September to have these virtual monthly meetups and so on. As I said before, one of the things we need to do is tell our story. And so in the next month or so, we're going to probably over the summer, which is a terrible time to send out a survey, but we're going to start down the process of how many students do you have that are in cyber in your program of study, your designated program of study? How many are you graduated, or how many did you graduate this last term? And then also, what are the key competencies? And this is not a test. This is not if you fill it out with the biggest number, you win a prize. It's nothing like that. We need as much of an honest assessment of where the program stands, because at some point we have to demonstrate our value to the Department of Defense and also the federal government and say, here is why this community is so very important. So stay tuned. There'll be something coming out in the next little while as the community itself asks that question, because we want to know, how are you doing? And where can we make some strategic decisions moving forward to show that when you get all of these colleges and universities working together, we're really a critical force in cyber workforce. So stay tuned for that survey. So with that, we like to keep these VMMUs, we like to keep them short, to the point. And even though I invite somebody like Jake, who's just so long-winded, just keeps going, I say that with tongue fully.
Look who's talking.
We are done. Thanks, Jeanette. I can always count on you to be my editorial. I appreciate it. We are going to call this to a close. Everybody have a fantastic summer break, and we'll see you again on September 9th.